Survival of the fittest. Wilderness is an unsettled and uncultivated tract of land left in its natural state. So my smartphone states. My holy book agrees at least to some extent. For a wilderness is when you're confronted with choices in your quest for self-upgrade to determine your grade, but you make a move that brings a series of grand tests cascading down your way. Your only way is your front. You've just got to keep crawling forward through the thick mass of tests and choices and more tests. A wilderness is when you're lying in a hotel bed with cum-infested sheets thinking of cum, spunk and sweat from the previous night of oohs and ahs, and you're feeling rather good about yourself, even after making the wrong move. Oh, you Kokora. The satisfactory smile on your crime partner's face telling you bravo, your skills and positions perfecto, but no, you have no idea of what your wrong move is gonna cost you. Finally, you part ways with a passionate pattern kiss and a sensual smile that says, we better do this again soon. And there it was. My first test ended and I failed. However, I continued my journey with never seen before swagger, but bogger, what I didn't know, I placed a target on my own head. I'd offered myself as a bounty to the criminals in the ghetto across, staring with malicious intent. I hardly noticed when one of them approached, staring at my appearance as motivation to snatch my worth, not with wrath, but wits. And when I finally realized I'd been stripped to very little, imagine my dilemma. Do I pursue into the danger marked zone and possibly never return whole, or move on with bitter shame in my throat? Alas, I made a wise choice as a coward and swallowed my shame whole. With little worth and a sore pride, I pleaded my way on with pity and luck. That first bus driver that let me on, even with my insufficient notes, and the second one that gave me a free ride, helped me because they were touched by my picture's state. But luck can only take you so far. So there I sat, shivering in mind and heart, because I knew my free ride couldn't get me home and the time of night had no more rides to offer. I wondered, can I walk my way through the darkness? Do I find a shop or some other place to pass the night in front of instead, at least until I see the first light of day, or do I? A dilemma, choices and more tests. This time around, I made a foolish choice as a bravado. I realized that my pride had been hurt long enough. Grace should take over. As I walked the light stripped, pitch black, dead silent streets surrounded by a thick air of fear, I knew in my heart that only grace would take me there. And so I was moved to recite Psalm 23. But then I thought to myself, how can I use these lips that have locked lips with lust? This tongue that has sucked dry every wet sensual gush of lust. This heart that has opened its doors to the gasping breaths of lust from my lungs into my blood, the blood from my maker that spits on the very blood of his son, the blood that saved my life. How can I? How could I? But then, what are we all if not prodigal sons and daughters running back from our feast with pigs to the loving embrace of our Father to be accepted once again unto his bosom? And so I sang my heart out like never before with the verses of the Psalms. For the Lord is my shepherd, he restored my lost soul, and even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for he is with me. Just then I realized, this is my wilderness. In fact, our entire stay on earth is our wilderness, a place to prepare us, to break and repair us, to make us fit as survivors, able survivors for our home ahead. The only way to survive is to love our Father, keep our faith, and hold on to our hope through this wilderness to be declared fit for our home ahead. Survival of the fittest.